Hi everyone. For this question, it said the curve y equals to 7 minus x squared and xy equals to 6 intersect at the point A and B in the first quadrant. Find the coordinates of points A and B. B. Area of the region bounded by these two curves. Then C. Volume of the solid generated when the region bounded is revolved 360 degrees about the x-axis. So first of all, we're going to find the point of intersection between these two curves. So we need to solve the simultaneous. Let the first curve be the first equation, and then this xy equals to x equals to 6 be another equation. So we can let it to be y is equals to 6 over x, second equation. So we substitute 2 into 1 so that we solve this simultaneous to find the intersection point. Alright, so we make it to an equation here without denominator, so we time with the x. 6 equals to 7x minus x cubed. We rearrange, let it to be positive cubic equation. So move it to the left hand side. And at this point, when you want to find out the x, we need to solve this cubic equation. We can use your calculator to find out what is the factorization. So you can find from your calculator where your mode is taking equation, and then you find for cubic where you can see it's power of 3 here. Then you put in your a value is 1, and then b value is x squared you don't have, so b value is 0, and then c value is negative 7, and d value is positive 6. So from there it can help you to do your factorize. So x is equal to negative 3, the first value you can get. So factor will be x plus 3. Then you can continue. You still have x equals to 2. So factorize x minus 2. And then sum of x is equals to 1, x minus 1. So this is the x coordinate we have. And read back to your question that you have to alert that your intersection point here is happen in the first quadrant. So first quadrant means your x supposed to be greater than 0, which is positive. So therefore, for x equals to negative 3, we're going to ignore it. This is not the first quadrant coordinate. So from the x equals to 2 and x equals to 1, we're going to find out the y coordinate. So for y, substitute here 6 over 2, 3, then 6 over 1 is 6. Therefore, our coordinate here we have 2, 3, and 1, 6. So we arrange in order because it said the point A, after that come with point B. So we arrange in order means A is 0.16, B is 0.23. So this is the intersection point we can find for the question A. And then we continue to question B, where we need to find the area bounded by these two curves. So two curve formula in finding area, it will be integrate from one point to another point, the function at the top minus the function at the bottom, and differentiate it with respect to x. So look at our function here. First of all, we can draw it so that we want to know which one at the top, which one at the bottom. This one is a quadratic with negative quadratic. So when x equals to 0, y will equal to 7. intersect at here, maximum point at here. So it is a quadratic going down. Going down, we just observe for the quadrant one, so going down. So this is our first curve, y equals to 7 minus x squared. For the second curve, it is y equals to 6 over x. So this is reciprocal graph. Reciprocal graph, denominator cannot equal to 0. Therefore, and range y cannot equal to 0. So therefore, its asymptote is 4 on x-axis and y-axis. So reciprocal graph with asymptote. So supposedly it is quadrant 1 and quadrant 3, but our concern here just focus on first quadrant. So this is the region that we want to find for the area. Therefore, we will do it vertically since you get your x coordinate, which is 1 and 2 here. So we look it vertically. Therefore, we will differentiate, we will integrate this function with respect to x. So we're using dx formula to find this area. We integrate for the left side here from 1 up to 2. Function at the top for this area is quadratic minus the function at the bottom here, which is a reciprocal graph, then with respect to x. So we integrate this, which is integrate constant, we get linear. Integrate quadratic, which is power plus 1 over new power. And then take out your negative 6, integrate 1 over x. So integrate 1 over x will give you ln x. So upper limit is 2, lower limit is 1. So after we integrate, we substitute upper limit minus lower limit. So perform the step with, we write it again. So this is for upper limit minus lower limit. Then you can press your calculator. We get to this answer for 3 significant figure, or you can give more than that. Then we continue to finding its volume. So volume formula will be pi integrate a to b, still two curve concept. So function fx squared minus the down function here, the bottom function square with respect to x. So here we must do integrate respect to x because it is rotate about x-axis. So therefore we build in our formula here, volume where pi integrate 1 until 2, the first function which is our quadratic square minus the reciprocal square and dx. So before we doing our integration, we simplify the questions first by expanding. So expanding 7 minus x squared will give you a squared 49, 2ab negative 14 x squared and b squared positive x power 4. Then expanding this, it will give you 36 over x squared, and we rewrite it into the power here. As you see, denominator power of 2, you rewrite it. It will become negative 36 power of negative 2 dx. Then we can integrate. Integrate constant, we get x. Integrate the x here will be power plus 1 over new power. Similar to this, power plus 1 over new power. And similar to this, power plus 1 become negative 1 over new power. And then upper limit is 2, lower limit is 1. So the next step is going to write upper limit minus lower limit. So negative negative become positive. 36 over 2 minus, substitute 1. If you don't want to simplify, you just rewrite it also can. And our answer can be in terms of pi, so we just need to calculate this with your calculator. It can give you 68 over 15 pi. Or together, if you press with the pi, it will give you decimal, which is 14.242. So next, we're going to see what is important here. For the first 2 mark, finding the coordinate is the concept of solving the simultaneous until you can get the x coordinate and y coordinate and write it into the answer in coordinate form, the xy. And then when you're doing the area, so how to get these 4 marks? Firstly, your formula must be correct. And then this one is for integration. Integrate each term. And then, so the process of integrate each term, and all of it is integrate correctly. Then we can find this answer. When you come to volume, which is 4 marks also, so definitely for the first part is your formula must be correct. Means you must know which function to minus which function in two curve concept. And then concept of integrate each term here, and every term you integrate correctly, we can get you an answer. And then you evaluate, we see you evaluate your upper limit minus lower limit to get this volume. So that's all for this.